Dear friends, today we are going to discuss an important topic of history textbook for class 10th. This topic is of chapter 1st, Rise of Nationalism in Europe. The name of the topic is The Romantic Imagination and National Feelings. In this very topic, what we are going to study? We are going to study what is Romanticism, who are romantic artists or poets or thinkers, and number third, how Romanticism made the nationalist feelings strong in Europe. And one more important thing, we will discuss it in the form of Poland, how the romantic tools played an important role in creating the nationalist sentiment among the people of Poland. Clear? So, starting the chapter, in this very chapter, first of all, how culture play an important role in creating the idea of nation. So, let me tell you one thing, that so far as the development of nationalism is concerned, that very development did not come only through wars and territorial expansions, but here culture play an important role in developing the feeling of nationalism among the people. When the people did not see themselves or did not identify themselves through cultural sentiments, then the feeling of nationalism would not get developed among the people. As we have already as we have already discussed, how the people of France began to identify themselves, or what were the practices, what were the ideas around which the people of French began to identify themselves. Clear? So, culture played an important role in creating the idea of nation, or in creating the feeling of nationalism. Clear? So, here we will discuss in this very topic how culture played an important role in creating the idea of nation, or how culture played an important role in developing the nationalist feelings among the people. So far as the cultural forms or cultural elements are concerned, these are art, poetry, stories, music, dance, religion, language. So how these forms or how these elements of culture are being used to shape the nationalist feelings among the people. Clear? So once we will once we will finish this very whole topic, we will finally come to know how the cultural elements like art, poetry, stories, music, dance, religion, language played an important role in Europe in creating the nationalist feelings among the people. So here we will discuss Romanticism. So Romanticism is actually an ideology, or it is a cultural movement. That very cultural movement sought to develop a particular form of nationalist sentiment. It mainly focuses on cultural elements. So the Romantic artists are the artists which mainly believes in the ideology of Romanticism, or in this very cultural movement. Clear? So Romanticism or Romantic artists criticized the glorification of reason and science. So they did not give too much importance to reason and science. Clear? But they mostly focused on, instead of reason and science, they mostly focused on emotions and mystical feelings. Actually, Romantic artists or poets or thinkers mainly glorify emotions and mystical feelings, mainly glorify the cultural elements behind the nationalist, behind the creation of nationalist feelings among the people. Clear? So they criticized, they rejected the glorification, the importance of reason and science. Did not they say that these things, the rational things, are not too much important in creating the nationalistic feeling among the people, but they mostly focused on irrational things. Clear? Irrational like art, poetry, stories, music, religion, language. Clear? Such things are very important in creating the nationalistic feelings among the people. Clear? So that is why they wanted to create a common cultural past as the basis of nation. So actually they mainly focuses on culture. So culture is an important thing, or cultural elements are important in creating the basis of a nation. Clear? So here we will quote an example where we will see how cultural elements or romantic tools played an important role in creating the nationalistic feeling. So this is, here we will quote that very example in the form of Poland. So in Poland, how cultural elements or how romantic tools like art, poetry, stories, music, how these things played an important role in creating the nationalistic feeling. Clear? So first of all we will see use of folk songs, folk dance and folk poetry. Clear? Folk means at regional level. Clear? So how these folk songs, folk dance and folk poetry played an important role in the creation of nationalistic feeling. Clear? Here we have seen that so far as Poland is concerned, as we have studied the Congress of Vienna. In that very Congress of Vienna, this very Poland was divided and distributed among the powers who hosted the Congress of Vienna. It was first of all divided and distributed among the big four powers, Britain, Prussia, Russia and Austria. Clear? As we have studied it in Congress of Vienna. So while distributing this very Poland among the four big powers, we had seen that Poland no longer existed as an independent territory now. So but we have seen the Polish people kept themselves, the nationalistic feelings, alive through certain things, through cultural elements, through music and language. Here I will simplify it. The Polish people kept their nationalistic feelings alive through cultural elements, through music and language. As we have seen, a famous person of Poland whose name was Karol Kurpinski, what he did, he used operas and music. Clear? To mobilize the people in creating the nationalist feeling among the people of Poland. What he did, he used folk dances, dance forms like Polonaise and Mazurka. These are actually the two dance forms of Karol Kurpinski. What through these very folk dances, what he did, he tried to celebrate nationalist struggle and symbols. He used in these folk dances as nationalist symbols, and he used that very folk dances as creating the celebrating the nationalist struggle, as creating the nationalist feelings among the people of France. So here we have seen that cultural elements played an important role in creating the nationalist sentiment alive among the Polish people, as is the contribution of made by Karol Kurpinski. Clear? So number second, language, because language is also an important element of culture. Or important tool of romantic, or it is an important romantic tool. So how language, this language too played an important role in developing the nationalist sentiment, or in developing the nationalist feeling among the people. How? We had seen when Russia was divided and distributed, in a part of Poland was also given to Russia. So in that very part, what Russia did, the Russian authorities imposed Russian language. Clear? So what they did, they introduced this very Russian language in all spheres, in church gatherings, in all and all religious instructions, and all education, and all curriculum was given, and all education was given in that very Russian language. So this very imposition of Russian language over Polish people, the Polish people were ordered to receive education in Russian language. Clear? So their language, the Polish language, was forced out of the schools, and instead of that, the Russian language was imposed everywhere. Clear? But what the Polish people did against the Russian domination, they use of Polish came to be seen as a symbol of struggle against the Russian dominance. What the Polish people did, they kept their nationalist sentiment alive in their hearts. They used that very language, their own language, the Polish language, as a symbol of struggle against the Russian domination. So they used it as a tool to liberate themselves from the Russian domination. So here we have seen that the language which is part of cultural element, which is a romantic tool, how that very language played an important role in liberating the Polish people from the Russian domination. Clear? Or we have seen how the Polish people used this very language as a tool against the Russian domination. Clear? So in this very topic we have seen that how the romantic tools, or how the romantic imagination played an important role, or how the romantic tools played an important role in creating the nationalist feeling among the people of Europe. Clear? I hope that you have got this very topic. If you have any doubt, please let me know.